Hey, you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this podcast, I wanted to talk to you guys about how narcissists use sex as a tool to control you, and the importance of just knowing how sex can lead to control without even, knowing that you're being controlled, and it's based off sex, and getting that high where you're just, you're literally anticipating being with this person. You're anticipating, when you're going to be with them again, when you're going to have fun with them again, when you're going to go out with them, when when are they going to do something nice, take you to dinner. Now you're anticipating these things. You're looking forward to them. You're looking forward to hanging out with them, just spending time with them, being around them, touching them, and you don't even realize how you end up in that type of mind control so quickly, where you're just thinking, okay, we're together, you're my boyfriend, we sometimes you don't even establish that. You just assume. You're like, everything's been going good. Me and this person have been talking for a long time. He's been texting, he's been calling, good morning, good night, everything's been perfect. He's been taking it slow with me, she's been taking it slow with me, or she's so sweet. She cooks for me. She does all these nice things that I've never seen another woman do. Or, she has all this confidence. Or, when we're together and we're enjoying ourselves, or we're watching movies, and, and we're being intimate, and then we're, eating together, going to breakfast, everything seems so good. It's such a good time with her. It's such a good time with him. They're literally putting a spell on you, and you're not even seeing it, because you're not thinking to yourself that someone is trying to use sex as a tool. You're not thinking someone is having robotic sex with you as a tool, as an investment. They're looking at you as an investment for themselves, so that they can gain supply, whether it's sexually, whether it's financially, whether it's when they're bored. They're trying to gain you as a source of supply so that they can keep taking from you, whether it's, any little thing, like just using sex as a tool to gain access to you, or to your belongings, or to the things that you have. When I met this narcissist, I wasn't even attracted to them. And that's the crazy part, is that people will tell you, don't go after those narcissists, the ones that are attractive, because those are, some of those are crazy, some of those are this, that. But then what about those that you weren't even attracted to, and you gave them a chance thinking it wasn't going to be like that? And in their head, they're so damn robotic that they're thinking, I need to have sex with this person. They're literally thinking, every opportunity that I get, because I'm not the best looking person, I have to take advantage of it. I have to go extra hard. So now you think that you found someone that, they're attracted to you, and you're thinking, well, I'm not super attracted to them, but I'll make it work with them because they have a good job, or they have money, and they have a good head on their shoulders. Like, I can make it work. And a lot of times, you're naive. You don't know what's going on. In my case, I was young. My parents had bought me a foreign car. I'm not thinking that this person was lying about their life, and that they really wanted to take my life. As soon as I got with them, they're taking pictures in front of my car without me noticing, little things like that. And you don't even know these people are doing it, because you're thinking, well, they have their own car, but they see something that they like. They see things that they like about you and your family. And these people are using it to manipulate you, so that when you go through things, just in life in general, they want you to look forward to looking to to spend time with them. So they're like, when you go to school, when you go to work, when you're so busy, distracted with your life, I want to be that place you go to and have fun with. So initially, whenever you go see the narcissist or you're around this person, you're going into their fun house. And their fun house has everything to do with sex in order to control you. A lot of times, the narcissists, they know, that you have family that are narcissists, but they'll point it out to you because they can't have access to your family, so they want you to hate them because they hate them, So, you start to become enemies with people because you start to, you don't play the role that you're used to playing anymore. And the narcissist knows that once you change, the people around you will change. And once they change, they're looking forward to you to basically, be saved by them. But they know they're not going to save you. So they're doing all this for nothing. They're not benefiting off of you. They're trying to destroy you. And a lot of times, this is why the people around you will cut you off and you're pointing out all these things about them, but really, they're trying to make sure the narcissist doesn't have access to them. Because a lot of times people don't mind helping you, but it's just the simple fact that they don't want to help the narcissist because they know the narcissist is using sex to control you. So I'm giving you guys, this information so that you guys can learn and not go through what I went through, because I lost family and people close to me along the way and I had to start all over. So, and it all was based on sex. What I also learned during that time was that my own dad, which is a narcissist, he was even jealous of me. He's mad that my mom and my family were doing things for me. So, I realized, how could you be jealous of someone you have never taken care of? And really, you're jealous because you never got access to it. So in my case, learning to understand my relationship with my dad and my relationship with men, it made me realize that I was choosing another version of him because this man hated me and wanted to destroy me and I didn't do anything to them. So you'll have people that want to destroy you just because you're doing better than them. And then it's like, hey, I had a life before you. So getting with a narcissist is very dangerous regardless of their status or how they look, because once you have sex with them, they got you. And the next thing you know, you're hell, you're head over heels for this person and you're wondering why. When I met them, I wasn't even attracted to them. How did this even happen where they're mistreating me? And then that narcissist is like, yeah, and you're not the only one. I have other people I've done this to. You're literally being nice to the troll under the bridge, someone that might even have less than you. A troll, and you're uplifting this troll. Now he's running around in the field with daisies and roses and, thinks that he's just, big man on campus. And you didn't even want to give this person an opportunity, and you're wondering why are they so excited, or why are they telling me that other people have done things for them or been there for them, or you're not the first girl, pretty girl, or they're telling you all of these things very arrogant, right? And they're really pretending to be arrogant. Sometimes they might not even have a backup supply, and they're being so arrogant that you really believe that someone wants them. You're thinking, oh, maybe their ex wants them. Maybe their ex-wife wants them. Maybe you're really believing that these people that don't want nothing to do with the narcissist wants the narcissist. Because the narcissist is making you feel like they can get back with these people. But in reality, most of these people don't want anything to do with them, or they've tried giving the narcissist chance after chance, and it was all for nothing, because the narcissist has no emotional attachment, not even when it comes to sex. There's no emotion there. It's robotic. So, you're dealing with someone that is telling you that if you don't do certain things for them, they'll go do them with someone else. Now they're threatening you. Now they're telling you, if you don't do this, or you don't, they're maybe even forcing you to have sex all the time, or forcing you to get into sexual acts that you don't like, or making you do role plays that you're not into. And you're thinking, well, I'm just going to do it to satisfy this person, because if I don't do it, they're going to do it with someone else, because, you know, they're not perfect. So I might as well just do it with them, because if not, they're going to do it with someone else. But they're really just playing out their fantasy with you. They're using you as a masturbation tool. And they're trying to threaten you that they're going to do these things with someone else, when that's a lie. They're just they're just perverts. And they're willing to lie to you and convince you that they're going to go and be with someone else if it's not you. Yeah, they might be with someone else if it's not you, a prostitute maybe. And they're going to have to pay for it. So why not you? Why not lie to you? Why not deceive you? It's better to do that than paying. And then they'll say something to you like, I've never paid. Sure you haven't. You definitely paid. You paid to get with this new supply. Taking them to dinner, all these things you've been doing, knowing you're just trying to use them for sex. You're just trying to use them as a source of supply. And you paid for it one way or another. So what makes you think that they won't pay for it? What makes you think that they won't pay for it and get right to it without having to play games and go out on dates when these people don't feel anything? They're simply trying to have sex with you for some type of source of supply. Some of these people are on the down low. Some of these narcissist men are actually gay. You know that? I know that for a fact. And I learned that at a young age, because a lot of gay guys used to hang out with me, and they used to go out with guys that I had crushes on. And that's when I realized, dang, my friend, the football player, is sleeping with my gay friend. Like, no one suspects this because he has a baby on the way. He doesn't want, and then he knows that I know these things, because he's looking at me like, you're not like the other girls. You're hanging out with these gay dudes, so you know a lot of stuff that other people don't know. And they're looking at me like, make sure you don't tell anyone. It's like a whole nother secret. You have women who are lesbians, who have girlfriends, and they go out and they act like, hey, you know, where's your friend? Invite your friend. Let's go on a double date, you know, and they get involved with you guys. It seems like you're having fun. They're coming over. You guys are having, you know, Sunday fun day, and everyone's having a good time. And you're not even realizing that these women are using their bodies, their sexuality, sex to control you, and they're lesbians. Or they might not be lesbians and they're just there to rob you. Narcissists are out here in open relationships. I know it's ghetto out here. Like, it's super ghetto. And it doesn't matter if you're in a poor area, in a rich area. It's ghetto out here. There's open relationships. There's people that have been married that know how their husbands are, know their husbands are perverts, know their husbands are pedophiles. And they're looking at their husband like, oh, well, he's still my source of supply because he has to watch the kids while I work. So who cares? They're not going to do it to my kids. Yeah, okay. Sure. And then you have kids that get older and they hate their parent, and their parent plays stupid, and they're playing like they're an empath, and they're like, I don't know why my kids hate me. I don't know why. And they try telling you why. And sometimes these parents, another way narcissists use like sex, you know, their sexuality for supply, is it could even be your own parent. You know, I know people that their parents used to take showers with them like till they were like 10, 12. They never molested them, but they took showers with them, and they were so afraid to sleep in their own room. They were like 13, sleeping in their own room, still showering with their parent. Like, weird stuff. Like, the girls are showering with the mom, the boys are showering with the dad, like weird stuff, like just weird stuff. And narcissists, they do weird sexual stuff and they don't think it's weird at all. Like, of course, we all have, everyone's into different things. But the thing is, the narcissist hides who they are. Like I said, some of them are on the down low. They're gay, and they have a relationship with a male, and they're keeping it a secret. And this man over here, the narcissist is telling him, I'm the real me when I'm with you. I'm only having sex with her because I'm using her. I'm only having sex with her because I'm using her. And he's like telling you and he's having sex with other women on top of that, and you're finding out that the narcissist has another woman, and you're getting mad at the other woman, not knowing that he's gay and he doesn't even like women. Has a whole boyfriend on the side, the neighbor next door, his best friend, the guy across the street. Like they've been messing around. They're late night in the car acting like they're in there drinking or something, and they're really in there doing stuff, giving each other blowjobs and shit, Like, it's serious. That's why I'm saying, like, I didn't believe these things were real. Like, it's like I was walking down this hallway, and every room I opened, it was some crazy, freaky stuff going on, and I was like, oh, dang, this is the world we live in? I just kept opening door after door, and I was like, oh, snap. And then I started getting intuitions, and then I even was able to read the narcissist's mind. And sometimes you even know these things. You're dealing with someone that's on the down low, and you just love them so much you don't even care, or you just act like it's not happening. And now they're telling you to do weird fantasies, and now you're like, okay, I was right, because now they're trying to play this fantasy when we're having sex. Or they're telling me, let's pretend that there's other guys in here and we're all having an orgy on you. Like, or, they're telling you weird stuff, or they're trying to, stick it in your back hole. Like, sorry to be explicit, but it's the truth. Or they don't really want to be, have sex with you. They just want to have blowjobs all the time. And you're thinking, oh, they're having sex with another girl. What if they don't like vagina? Like, have you thought about that? Sometimes some narcissists withhold sex, and it's because they don't like vagina. They're like, that's nasty. They don't want to eat it. They don't want to lick it. They're like, I don't want to smell it. That's nasty. Like, it's disgusting to them. And you're overlooking all that because the narcissist is portraying an image to the world that's not what they're on. And then there's women that marry these type of people and know exactly what's going on, and they're willing to keep the narcissist secret because that's what's been going on for centuries. And you're wondering, oh, that married couple, they're not really happy, but you don't even know that these people know each other and what they're into. That's why they're together, because they're putting an image to everyone. So they use sex as a tool. They use their sexuality as a tool. And another thing that, before I end this video, that I wanted to basically touch down on was because, I like I said, they wrap you up with the love bombing and all the BS and these fake conversations that they have with you. What's so crazy about narcissists is that they're always coming to you with some type of drama, or they're trying to act like they're so intrigued with your life and what's going on with you, and they're like trying to act like they're giving you advice, and they're like positive people, but the whole time they're talking bad about you, and they're trying to scheme on how to use you and how to betray you. Like, they're talking really bad about you. And they're sitting here plotting on how to have sex with you. How can I get this person in my house, in my room? How can I get this person to become sexual with me? Because all I need is that one time. This is why they're able to sit there and be patient with you. They're able to sit there and come to you and tell you they're having problems with their wife or their husband. And if they see that you're falling for it, if you ever come across someone that is telling you about their relationship and they're not happy, you should be looking at that as a red flag. No, that's what narcissists do. And I've caught narcissist men doing that, where I'll be around my friends or other people, and then these men will just start talking about their wives or their girlfriends, and all the girls are going along with it and saying, you should leave her, you should do this. And I'm looking at them like, you're lying. And I'll say something to them. Like, are you sure you're not lying? Maybe it's you. I'll just say something just to see their reaction. And most of those guys, they'll like me because they actually think it's funny that I see through them. And I'm kind of like, wow, why can't other people see that it's BS? That they'll do anything to get into your pants. They're thinking one day you're going to go through bad situation with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then we could be together. The narcissists don't discriminate when they're trying to get supply. This is why you'll see that they'll go to someone else and you'll think they're not that attractive. Why are they with that person? Because the narcissist is getting some type of source of supply, and they're using sex as a tool. They're thinking, I need to have sex with this person at least one good time. This is why when they hoover you, right? And they're trying to get back on your good side, and you're wondering, like, if you want to get on my good side, you have to put in the work, right? Because you betrayed me. They'll come off as someone who is trying to do better by you. But as soon as you give them that opportunity, they're such nasty perverts, that, they'll force themselves on you. And really it's considered rape. To me, it's considered rape because I remember the narcissist trying to get me back, and I wasn't sleeping with them. I told them I wasn't going to sleep with them because, I caught them cheating, and it was the first time I had ever caught them cheating, and I was so hurt about it. And because they're so used to this type of whore behavior, men and women narcissists, they're whores. They're so used to that whore-like behavior where they try to pick fights, anything to go sleep with other people, anything to be sneaky. So, I'm young. I didn't even know stuff like this was going on. I'm thinking this person's older than me. I'm not thinking that they were really trying to play me like that. But, they have this whorism about them that they just, they'll say anything to literally betray you, to literally gut you out. And I remember taking them back, but I told them, you're going to have to gain my trust back. And, we went out a couple times, and finally, they invited me back over to their place, and I actually went, and they were like, you're going to spend the night. And I'm like, I guess so. I'm thinking we're having a good night. I'm going to spend the night. But I told them, I said, I'm not going to have sex with you, because I'm still like, what you did, because you're having sex with someone else, right? And you're looking at sex as something being intimate within your partner, right? They're not looking at it like that. They're looking at it as just like you're nothing but a masturbation tool to them, because they don't have empathy. They don't feel anything. So they start drinking, and then they try to use drinking as the excuse to basically rape me. And they didn't consider it rape, but I considered it rape. And this is the thing that a lot of victims go through, and this is why they feel like the narcissist raped them, and they're trying to press charges on the narcissist years after the relationship is over because it traumatized them so much. But I'm literally a young girl in an innocent state of mind, thinking my boyfriend cheated on me, really an innocent kid at the time. So I'm really hurt about it. But this person, they had already lived life enough to where they've done this before. And I wasn't aware of that. I remember asking the narcissist a really ignorant question. I even asked them how many sexual partners they had, and they told me 4. And I was like, you're lying. And he's like, no, I really did have only 4 sexual partners. I'm the type of guy that I'm not like other guys that just like that are dogs and have sex with anyone. And it was so crazy because he was lying. But it was the way he said it. And looking back now, I was so damn dumb to even ask a grown man that question. But that's letting you know the level of maturity that I was at, where I even had the nerve to ask him something like that. And he sat here and said, "I'm not a dog. I don't have sex with every woman walking by. I only had sex with 4 people." And I believed it. So when he did that to me, I was like, how could you say, you had sex with 4 people and you just betrayed me like that? I was really, really hurt. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how could he say that? But he just had sex with someone, because I'm sitting here young. I wasn't a virgin, but I didn't have a lot of sexual partners. So to me, it was like, I thought I found someone like me. So you're lying to someone just to get sex out of them. If you know that you've been with multiple people, or, he was better off just telling me the truth, or just telling me, that he really doesn't, he doesn't want to answer the question. You might as well just not answer the question, but he knew I was naive. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I found someone like me. Because you're a kid, and you're thinking, relationships are supposed to be boy meets a girl, you fall, you kiss, you fall in love, baby, marriage. You're thinking in a very superficial, very, you're looking at things from a very, almost like a movie, like a fairy tale movie. And that's what it was. I was in fairy tale land. Till I found out I was dealing with freaking demons all over the damn place. So, that night he drank, and then he took advantage of me. And I remember telling him to stop. And I remember I told him he was hurting me. I remember telling him, I told him, I told you I didn't want to do this. I told you I didn't want to, and he's like, well, why did you spend the night? Why did you spend the night? And I'm like, I thought you wanted me to. I thought we were working at getting back together, and I didn't think it was going to be like this. He's like, well, I can't have you in my bed without doing anything with you. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go home. And then that's when he pinned me down, pulling my pants down, just took advantage of me. And I remember crying. I was literally crying because like I told you, at that time, I was still young, innocent in the relationship. I thought I found love. Then all of this happened so quickly, the narcissists started exposing themselves so quickly, and everything was just happening so fast. I didn't want to believe it, or I didn't want to see it as what it was. Even afterwards, I was still very ignorant of what happened to me, because I didn't want to believe that someone forced themselves on me like that while I was crying. Because it's like, I didn't give you the right, and I'm crying, and you're still doing what you have to do to get one off, and you don't even care that I'm crying. You're thinking, how can someone have sex with you while you're crying? That's not even how. I cannot picture myself getting on top of a dude, and he's crying, and he's like, please don't sit on my penis, please. And I'm just like, yeah, who cares? Yeah, it's weird. Dude, it's weird. But the moment he was done, he tried to force me to sleep with him. This is another one that narcissists do. They'll have sex with you. They'll force you to sleep with them. They'll pin you down. They'll put you on a chokehold. And he put me on a chokehold where he wouldn't let me get up, and he's like, go to sleep. And I remember I literally cried to sleep. And when I woke up in the morning, he's like, I don't know what happened last night. I was drunk. He tried to act like he was just drunk, but that's not really what it was. He just knew it was wrong what he did. And I basically was telling him how he made me feel, and he was like, yeah, I don't even know why I did that, and I shouldn't have done that. And then he tried to make it seem like, well, it's not the first time me and you had sex anyway. It's not we've had sex before. And then that's when it blurred my mind, and I start thinking to myself well, he's right, we have had sex before. So then I tried to ignore what he did, and he really was on his best behavior. I remember that day, like it was yesterday. He wanted to go out to a restaurant, and, we went out to eat. And it's like after that, we were back in that love spell where now I'm having sex with him again, right? And I'm not questioning it. I'm giving it to him willingly. And when you finally realize that you were used as a tool, and you look back at different situations where you're with a narcissist, you're going to remember that they tried to force sex on you as soon as they were with you, as soon as you got around them, as soon as you're in the car with them. They're putting their hand on you, and they're doing things in a sexual way, and you're not thinking that they're doing it in a way where they're trying to do this to control you. You're thinking they're doing it because they like you, because they're attracted to you. You're thinking they're doing all of this, they're being affectionate because, maybe they have an urge, and they, you're like, well, we're attracted to each other sexually. But you're not thinking that they're actually thinking to themselves, I need to make sure I have sex with her, and I have to make sure I have sex with her for a long time. I have to make sure that if I, bring her to an orgasm, I bring her to another one right after. You're not thinking that they're premeditating everything, and they're telling themselves, if I have sex with her at one good time, I'm going to be able to control her after this. Because she doesn't want to feel used. As a woman, you don't want to feel used. Even as a man, you don't want to feel used, like someone is just coming around you, having sex with you to get money out of you and to get things out of you, and then they disappear. Or they come around you and they show you affection, and then they disappear. And then you're like, hey, I thought, I was looking forward to this type of affection every day. Like, why it seems like as soon as you get something out of me, you're gone, So you don't realize that sex is used as a tool, and it's used in a way where they're like, I need to have sex with you one good time, and that's what I realized. And this is what I learned from my experience alone. No one taught me this. I learned this alone, that men and women do this. They use sex as a tool to use you, to manipulate you. I didn't know that, So now I realized, wow, a narcissist will be in a relationship with you for months, years, 10, 15, 20 years. They'll get married with you, have kids, use you for sex, but they're not even into women, or they're not even into men, or they're not even into you. Or there's no emotional tie to you. They're not protecting you as their partner. They don't love you. They don't respect you. There's no loyalty. There's nothing there. They're just using you as a tool. Maybe to look good in front of other people. Maybe to look like they're a family-oriented person. Like, they're using sex as tools to manipulate people and control them. And when you leave and you realize what was done to you, you're going to feel like someone raped you over and over again. Well, at least in my experience, that's what I felt like, because I realized that that situation I went through was planned, right? Like, he planned that out. So even though he was trying to pretend like he was drunk. So me knowing that he planned that situation out like that, it made me realize that every single time he did those things to me, or he betrayed me in some way, everything was always a game to him. Like, he was misusing my body and lying to me to get in my body. And, I've told you guys what I went through, and I went through a lot of things, and that person, they didn't care about what I went through. They got me pregnant, and then I had a miscarriage, and they didn't care. That's when I realized, wow, they used me, as a tool. They made me believe that they were in love with me. And as soon as I told them, like, I'm pregnant, when they promised marriage, they promised me a lot of things. They sold me a dream. And I didn't realize that that's what that's what most women are warned about. Don't get pregnant. These men are out here lying. They're selling dreams. It's different when you're a woman. I know a lot of men, that get betrayed by narcissist women, and they, but A lot of these men that got played by narcissist women, they dodged the bullet, especially if they didn't have kids with them. You know? But what about those women that we're the ones that get pregnant? Like, that's messed up, you know? So sex is used as a tool, and when you get pregnant and you have kids and you have to go through that pain, they don't care. And they some of them don't even want anything to do with you, because they're like, I'm not having sex with you while you're pregnant. That's nasty. Or I don't want to be around you. Or even when you have the baby, now they don't really want to have sex with you anymore. Now they move on to someone else. Or they might, it takes them a while to, even be attracted to you again. So sex is only used as a tool. And then by then, if they have a child and they feel like you're pressuring them, because they don't care about the kid. They want all the attention on them. They feel like, I had a kid with you so that I can take more supply from you, so that I can even move in with you and live in your house. And everything is premeditated with these people. So you have to know what it is that these people want from you other than sex. Other than sex, what do we have? You have to think about that, because sex is what's going to keep you with a narcissist for a very long time. And then they'll force themselves on you. They'll start looking for you. They'll start coming knocking at your door early in the morning, late at night, knocking at your window, coming to your job, anything to just get into your pants. What a lot of people don't realize, even the new supply, is that the narcissist, they're a stalker. They're stalking your page. They're driving by your house. If they see you with your relative, you could be hanging out with your brother or your cousin, and they're sitting here stalking you, so that it can validate them to keep cheating on you and keep playing you and keep using you for sex. So they'll try to validate themselves by stalking your every move, always thinking they're one step in front of you, so that they can justify their actions. They might even send people to you to try to seduce you. That's how demonic they are. So narcissists will use sex as a tool, and they will stalk you, they will cheat, they will discard, they will hoover, to the point where they do this behavior so much that you become desensitized from this behavior, and now you're hoovering them. Now you're stalking them. And then if you fall for it, they get a little alcohol in your system, And let's be honest, with a lot of you guys that smoke, like, they'll get a little bit of weed in your system, and there you are, acting retarded, acting like you're drunk. And they're like, look at this idiot acting like they're drunk and they're high. And they feel like, I have a reason to really take advantage of you now. Especially if you have kids with someone else, and then you're doing all of this stuff. When you see people drinking and doing all this twerking and doing all that stuff, they really feel like they could take advantage of you. They're like, you're dumb. You and your friends. You guys are all baby mamas. Like, I'll put a baby in you right now. And you think it's cute. You're like, oh, he likes me. He wants me to have a kid by him. You think it's cute. And he's really just like, I just need a place to live until I find someone better than you. I want to have something attached to you because my life is messed up. I'm working under the table. But I'm not going to let you think my life is messed up. I'm going to make you feel like every girl in the neighborhood likes me. I'm even going to have sex with the neighbor. But I really don't even like women. I'm really into men. That's the type of person you're dealing with. I don't even like men. I like little kids. That's the type of person you're dealing with. I don't even like men. I like hookers. That's the person you're dealing with. I don't even like anything. I like everything. I'm into everything. I'm open. I'm open to anything. I'm down for anything. These are the type of people that, and a lot of these narcissists, they'll tell you that they're not on drugs. They're not into any of that stuff. And I've already made videos on that. And these people, these narcissists, have addictive personalities. And it's not until I had my awakening and I looked around and I saw the women around me, and I heard the cries of women at night yelling, and all these domestic violence. And I realized that once upon a time, some of these women, they looked like they had life in them, and now they look drugged up. That I started to go back to the beginning, to different. It's like when you have an awakening, everything starts to make sense. And I started to put everything that started making sense in my brain, and I started to bring it up to the narcissist's attention. And then they were like, oh snap, she woke up. She's questioning everything. She woke up. I'm questioning every little detail. Everything they did, everything they said. They're looking at me like, she woke up. She knows. I'm sitting there telling them, hey, you got drugs? I want to do drugs. I've never done anything. I want to do something. Oh, I can go get it. I know where to get it from. I'm sure you do. You've been doing it the whole damn time. I was just stupid and didn't know. And this is why you're overly sexual. It's that coke, man. It's something. So you're doing something. Some of them, they're hard for hours, but they can't seem to come. So some of them are on drugs, and they're not just having sex with you. They're having sex with hookers. They're having sex unprotected. They're having sex with different men. They're having relationships with the opposite sex. They're doing all type of things, and some of them are literally prostitutes themselves. Sometimes you're in a relationship with a whole prostitute and don't even know it. You're like, I met this pretty girl. She's perfect. She's banging body, perfect. She's a little dingy, but I like it. It's cute. And she cooks for me. And she's a whole damn streetwalker. And you're like, no, she's not. She's young. She's only 22. A whole streetwalker that's using you, and that probably has a pimp boyfriend. And you're thinking you lucked up, and really she's just trying to get pregnant by you. She's on a mission. She's trying to use sex as a tool to get supply from you. And she's like, I have a bum boyfriend on the side, and I'm trying to get pregnant by you because you're the one with the money. And you're thinking, she's 22. She's not thinking all this crazy stuff. That's why I'm with her. And now you're getting karma from all those women that you've left behind, and you're thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. And you're thinking, I should have stayed with my ex. I should have never got a divorce. This isn't what I thought. This girl got me to divorce my wife and use sex as a tool, and now she planned on getting pregnant to get child support from me because she knows I have a good job. And she has a whole pimp. And she's laughing at you. She's like, yeah, I did that. She won't move out of your house or nothing. She wants half of everything. And men do it too. These men narcissists, they use sex as a tool too. They're going from woman to woman. They're acting like whores. They're whoring themselves, and then they're telling you what people do for them. I had this woman do this, or every time I have a girlfriend, she does this for me. I'm not her. Go back to her. I'm not her. You're a whore. Get your whore ass out of here, you weirdo. Like, you're a whore. So these people use sex as a tool. You guys, do not be fooled. They feel like they need to have sex with you one good time. And I've heard the barbershop talk. I've heard men talk. I've heard men talk, and they're like bragging about having sex with the girl for the first time, because they're like, once you do it, that's it. That's all. You can get supply from them. This is why they go to bars. They go to places where they know women are drinking, women are with their friends, women are trying to get over their last ex-boyfriend. They're trying to go out. These men are looking at you, and you're thinking you're being confident. You're like, look at me. I look cute. I'm with my friends. My makeup is on fleek, whatever you guys like to call it these days. You're thinking you're bad. You're like, I'm a bad one. Me and my friends are bad. All the guys are checking us out. And they're looking at you like all of you guys are a whole bunch of dummies. A whole bunch of dummies. Why are you wearing that little dress for, and those high heels, those little clear stripper heels? What are you wearing what are you wearing that for? Who are you wearing that for? Oh, I'm single. I'm not looking for anyone. They're looking at you like, so what did you dress? Why are you dressed like that then? Why are you dancing around and twerking and dancing with your friends? Like, are you trying to get laid or what? That's how they're looking at you, because they're literally one dimensional. They're looking at you like, are you dumb? Why are you dressed like a stripper? And they're okay. And then they feel like, okay, well, maybe it's something wrong with them. And they're looking at you, they're staring at you the whole night, wondering which one of these guys are going to be able to make you laugh and take you home. They're probably even sending their friends. They're like, you try getting with her next. You try getting with her next. She's stupid. She's dumb. Why is she even out if she's not looking to get laid? She's having a good time with her friends. Man, screw her friends. They're all stupid. Go get her. All these men, they're looking at each other. The men are looking at each other. You go next. Everyone in this group failed. Maybe. And then they're looking. Oh, look, that guy over there. He's talking to her. He's making her laugh. And they're happy. They're like, good for him. Look at him with his big muscles. Look at those big muscles. It's because she likes him because he got big muscles and he way taller than you. That's why. And then they're sitting there laughing, having a good old time, preying on a whole bunch of dummies, a whole bunch of young dummies around, trying to use you for sex as a tool. You know? This is what you're dealing with. And, this is why they're going to certain places. They're looking for people that are drinking, are intoxicated. They're that person that, you'll start talking to guys, and then everyone is kind of like an asshole. And then there's that one nice guy in the group. He's the one that's like, you're throwing up and he's holding your hair back and he's like acting really nice with you. And you're like, oh, he's so nice. He walked me to my car because I almost fell on my face. I'm so drunk and dumb. And he's looking at you like you're dumb as hell. And you're thinking he's a nice guy. Thank you. Do you want to come over? I live right down the street. Or you're probably so drunk that you'll just sit there in the bathroom or in the damn car and have sex with him or have oral sex with him. And he's looking at you like, yup, this is what I wanted. Give me your number. And after that, they've moved in with you. The same day they're moving in with you. They're moving in with you. And if you have kids on top of that, they're looking at you like, you just invited me, have sex with you. Your kids are in here. You're driving around with me in the car with your kids. I don't even know these kids. They're looking at you like you're crazy. And they're looking at you like you deserve it. And that's straight up. That's real. And if no one tells you that, I'm going to tell you, because I don't care. I'm telling you the truth. And it hurts, but it's the truth. Truth hurts sometimes, and people need to hear it, because I wish somebody would have told me just like that, raw. Let it sink in. Let it sting a little bit. I wish someone would have told me that. I swear to you, I wish somebody would have told me this. I wish I didn't have to learn it the hard way. So, I'm telling you this because I want to help you. I want to help other people. I want to help the younger generation, because they think they know everyone thinks they know everything. That's the problem with people. They think they know everything. They want to size you up. But you don't even know the type of people that you have in your circle and how people are using sex as a tool. And every time you come around them, you don't know why you have butterflies in your stomach. Why you're so hot and bothered for this person and going crazy over them. because they've drugged you up, they've put you on drugs, they put you on weed, they put you on alcohol, they've manipulated you, you're hanging around stupid friends, you're doing stupid stuff, you're playing with your life, you're playing with your kids' lives, and that's why they're messing with you. And they're using you, and they'll have sex with you even if they don't like you, even if they're not attracted to you, just to get supply out of you. And that's the reality. And it doesn't matter. I've seen women, I'm telling you, women who are gorgeous and their self-esteem is low because they're like, narcissists are everywhere. There's rich narcissists, there are poor narcissists. What's wrong with me? I'm so pretty. What's wrong with me? Your mind is what's wrong with you. You don't have game. You don't have mind power. You allow people to control you. Men will respect you more if you think if you have a mind, they won't respect you. But that just means you're with a weak man. A real man that wants something real, he's going to look at those qualities. He's going to look at your self-restraint from sex, all that. I'm not saying he's going to wait forever either, till marriage. I'm not saying that. But he's going to see that you're not fast, you're not out here living reckless, and he's going to respect that about you because he doesn't want a reckless woman. But if he sees that you're a pretty girl, because that's what I've seen. I have friends that, they think they're better than everyone else, and they're not happy. And I know no matter how much I talk to them, they're not going to be happy because they don't want to understand what's going on, because they think that their looks are supposed to save them from every situation, because that's all they've ever did was use their looks, not their mind. So all they have to offer is their looks. And as soon as that man leaves the house, they know that they're testing you. They're going to work and you're sitting there calling them while they're at work, bugging them, knowing they're working. They're answering you while they're at work and they're like, look, I'm almost off. And you're sitting there, oh, okay, usually you text me while you're at work. And they're looking at you like you're crazy. They're looking at you like, dang, if you can't understand that I'm not like the guys you mess with, that I'm not a bum, if you can't understand that I'm different and when I'm around you, I treat you good and I do good things for you, and I'm not like the bums you hang out with that do good things to you just to use you as a sex tool. I'm different. And you can't understand that means that when I'm gone, you're going to be talking to other men because you're going to be bored. And that means that you're going to allow other men in our home, or you're going to have sex, or you're going to go do something. You're going to allow another man to control you. And if another man controls you because you're weak up here in the mind, that means that the next man is going to be able to say something to you, or they're going to be there for you as a backup. And the moment that I do something or I don't answer your call, you're going to run to him. And you're going to do something you're going to regret, and then you're going to act like you didn't do it. Because men and women both play that nasty game. Both toxic men and women play this game. Narcissist women. And then they make every little thing that you do as an excuse to cheat. Every little excuse to cheat. And then you start to think to yourself, well, I'm working, I'm paying bills, I'm doing everything. If this isn't good enough, then what just happened here? I got used. How did this woman use me? With sex, with cooking for you, with affection. They did all this just to get supply. And a lot of times they'll leave you for a bum. And then they have to learn the hard way, and then they want to come back. But it's not the same anymore. And it'll keep happening over and over again until you wake the hell up. Someone that appreciates you, you're going to be able to tell the difference. They're going to be patient with you. Love is patient. Narcissists aren't patient. They want sex right away. They're like, I need to brainwash you. And once they have sex with you, they're like, okay, I already did it. I feel relieved now. I'm good now. And they go back to acting how they've always treated you, and they'll treat you bad. because they feel like, okay, and you're wondering, why is this person treating me bad again? All because you had sex with them, they're treating you bad. They're like, if you want to leave me, leave me. They think their sex is so good that you're not going to want to leave them. They're like, I just put it down on you. You're not going anywhere. It's until you start to put your foot down and you don't care about the sex that they know they don't have power over you. Once you're like, I don't care about your sex, I'm not even turned on by you anymore. They're like, yeah, I can't control this person anymore. Because that was their whole control. And then once they can't control you with sex anymore, they don't even look the same anymore. You start looking at them and you're like, oh, damn, they're ugly. They look like how when I met them and I wasn't attracted to them. They might not be ugly. You're just not attracted to them. Now you're looking at them and you're like, dang, I'm not attracted to them. Just like you weren't attracted to them when you met them. So that means you were in a freaking spell. Wake the hell up. Be careful who you sleep with, you know? Hope this message, you guys, was helpful for your healing. I hope that soaked into some of you guys. If you guys are new to my podcast and you guys enjoyed my content, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you guys can get up and coming videos. And please do not forget to like this video, you guys. Do not forget to like, share, comment. If you guys want to book any sessions with me, my information is on the description. Just give me about 24 hours to respond to you. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, peace in your healing. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.